England 286 for 3. Root 86, Brook 32. And since he's come on, he's also gotten them at a runner ball.
Just the one wicket to fall after lunch. Ben Duckett, who was LBW on the angle. Actually, Ahmed Jamal looked the most dangerous bowler in the morning, finding a little bit of reverse swing and some occasional bounce. And that was deserved reward for a decent spell. So he's got a wicket, 1 for 56. There's one apiece for Shaheen and Naseem, so all the seamers getting the wickets so far. Real problem for Shan Masood is Abrar, who's been expensive. England have attacked him with great gusto. Root has just suffered a bit of cramp in the calf, but after those afternoon drinks, and he's ready to go again. Oh, close.
Shan Masood's walked up to him with any interest whatsoever.
Not close. Rizwan has the view as he peers from behind Root to know that that pitch well outside the line of leg stump.
That's one of the problems if you're trying to get an LBW from that line round the wicket as a leggy, unless you bowl a googly and a big one, and we haven't seen a whole heap of spin. I don't mind the line and trying to change it, because what he's been doing so far has not worked. As you say, Ath, they've attacked him with great gusto. So why not try something a little bit different? If they clobber him here, then Shan does have a problem.
There's never a problem there, is there? In the Tapal Tea Lounge, fans come and go, enjoy the action with a cup of Pakistan's finest.
Yeah, the only way, if he's not going to bowl a googly, of getting an LB from round the wicket is to have it very full, a really full ball that perhaps a right-handed batter like Root tried to sweep, misread the length and was pinned in front, but otherwise very difficult, as you suggest. 38 for 3 at the end of the 57th.
Root will take it on because of the field that's been set, and he does play the shot by and large pretty well. The challenge he'll have is because of that cramp in the leg, it's not quite so easy to be as mobile as you would like, to get down and then up. We were talking next door, Ath, weren't we? Can't remember Joe Root going down with cramp that often. We did find one article, but it was mainly in Hindi, so it didn't really enlighten us.
Yeah, but then we all had the recollection of Virat Kohli. It was in a test match against India. Root went down with cramp, and Kohli helped ease the cramp by stretching his calf. But that's the only other time I can remember Root getting cramp. I think that must have been when he got a double 100 in Chennai in very hot conditions. But it's not a frequent thing that he suffers from. Pakistan trying to get the field right now for Harry Brook.
What have you done, Ath?
No, they came in rather forbiddingly there, didn't they? Well, it's a leg side set field, so There's going to be some short stuff to Harry Brook, and we've seen him occasionally get suckered into giving his wicket away. He's somebody who doesn't like not to score. And he'll be eyeing up the spaces on the offside.
So what would you do, Irath, if you were in this position with Harry Brook? Look at the field set. It's quite an unusual sight. On the offside, only two up, there's third man down. You take it on, get into that position, that dynamic position, then deal with it?
I think it's difficult to take it onto the leg side given the field, the men that are out. The boundaries here in Multan are big. It's quite a sizable playing area. I suspect what he'll look to do is to try and give himself a bit of room and pierce those offside places like that. There's so much room there, and there's nobody in front of square, so the chances are that runs are there for the taking. Now, as I say, it has occasionally got him out. He got out like that at Lords against Australia in the Ashes, but I don't think he'll be sucked into playing to where the fielders are. He's going to do that.
I think why that also becomes such a plausible option for Brook is because of the pace. The pace that Shaheen Shafri is bowling at, 130 clicks, it allows for Brook to give himself room and play in front of square. On the offside. Right. Again, the pace of Shaheen Shafri, they won't bother him too much. You just see, he still gives allows himself a lot of time, moves quickly, even while on the move. And he's intentionally playing it in front of square on the offside, in front of those two fielders. I think he might have to just change his tactics here, Shaheen, just a little bit.
Well, it was just too predictable. I think Pakistan could take a leaf out of Sri Lanka's book. If they want to try and tie Brook down completely, they could do what Sri Lanka did in the third test match of that series at the Oval and hold a line at about 6th or 7th stump. Teams have had a bit of success with a short ball as well, so it's worth a try, but not with the field as set.
My mind turns back to that one-day international at the Riverside, actually, against Australia, when Mitchell Starc tried something similar, but the pitch was very different, i.e. there was a bit more pace in it. So the danger for Harry Brook when he was trying to back away and play it on the offside was not being caught at point or extra cover, it was being caught at third man. But it's so slow, this surface, that they've changed the field now, but he can sort of tennis racket it.
Powerfully pulled, but just for a single down to fine leg. Powerfully pulled, but just for... Brook is one batsman who's had his eye on that fastest 100 for England, which is a 76 ball 100, held for a long time, since 1902. Had a really clunky sound off the bat, but there is a man out at deep square leg, so just a single for that rather expansive stroke. 298 for 3.
Joe Root is 88 not out. Already went past Sir Alistair Cook's record of test centuries for England, 34 at Lords, and today he became the leading run scorer for England in men's test cricket. And he did it in incredible style, fitting of how he's played all of his cricket since he became an England player. He is an incredibly talented individual, obviously, but an incredibly modest man. Oh! And if we get a chance to speak to him later, Ath, I don't think he'll be yipping and yarring about his achievement.
Well, it depends if he's still there at the end of the day. Doesn't like giving interviews when he's not out overnight. But there'll be a time for reflection on these things later on, but there's still work to do. A very diffident wave of the bat though and wave of the hand. He's essentially quite a shy lad. He's not too demonstrative. He also knows that there was work to do given the position England were in, so records are obviously all well and good and you celebrate them, but in the context of the game there was more to do. 50 partnership, Brook contributing the lion's share.
I was talking about Brook, remember, off memory, in that series in Pakistan last time round. He played one of those extravagant shots over extra cover where he came down the track so far, leg side of the ball to Abrar. When he was bowling that line to him, he further stepped down off the cut strip and went over extra cover. Pretty extraordinary, that shot. As England bring up their 300. So he doesn't like to be tied down. He will try and innovate and keep the scoreboard ticking along.
Root to 90. Not much that he hasn't achieved in the game, as we've been reflecting on Joe Root's outstanding test match record today, but he's never had 100 here in Pakistan. He had an unusually poor tour actually, comparatively, and for him here 2 years ago, and other England batters carried all before them. So he'll have his eye on that 100 and more. 301 for 3.
On that tour though, was Joe going through that period of where he was trying to work out, bizarrely in his own words, where he belonged and how he fitted into this side, and he was trying to expand his game. Since then he's gone back to what he's done for the best part of over a decade, and look.
I think that's right, because what he hasn't done today is get sucked into playing how Duckett and Brook have been playing. So I think in the 100 partnership Duckett contributed 80. In the 50 partnership with Brook has contributed 42, but Root's not trying to keep pace with them, he's just playing at his own tempo.
That average against Australia of 35, no century in Australia in the Ashes. Probably an itch he'll want to scratch at some point.
It's come to something though when we're being picky about his record in Pakistan, having not hit 100 and he's averaging 43.
Might be the last throw of the dice for Shaheen in this spell. A couple of catches leg side for Root and a gully. Well, it was worth a try with the short stuff, but I think this is far more up his street. Hasn't been a huge amount of reverse swing, there's been a little, but his great talent is finding that right length and getting it full enough. And the problem that Pakistan's captain has got is you want to use him as the battering ram and also the guy that pitches it up and tries to get some reverse swing, and he can't do all. Physically too demanding.
Root leans into a drive, but will just pick up a couple.
And just going back to Joe Root and the way he's adapted to baseball, and obviously what he, like you say, he's gone back to what he's done for the best part of his career. What did he say? Is channeling the inner Hussain in that innings of 100 odd against Sri Lanka.
That's an unfortunate comparison.
And somewhat tongue-in-cheek. is a bit of a problem for Root. After he played that shot, mistimed drive to extra cover again, he just started to feel his leg, back leg there, as he went down into that position on the drive, and that's a problem. You go back to that first day when both Shan Masood and Abdullah Shafiq got 100s, it was really cramp and weariness that did for them in the end, rather than any skill on the bowler's part.
They've got these gels now, haven't they, that they swallow. We saw Joe Root taking some of that in. Apparently they're exceptionally good but taste foul. Not like a sip of orange squash or something to try and get the levels up. They put this gel in these pouches and you swallow it, and it is very effective and very quick to work, but my goodness, they're not pleasant. He'll know the importance of this moment, and he needs to try and keep going, keep the concentration up.
Beats covers left-hand side. It was very full from Shaheen, who's looked better when he's hit the pitch rather than floated it up on the drive. And that boundary, another fluent offside boundary, takes Root to 96.
Yeah, the previous one went straight to the fielder, this time to his left. It's just been fantastic to watch. He's been so much in control of the game. Plays the ball late, plays the ball right under his eyes. And timing also throughout, it's been immaculate.
Kind of on drive that took him to the record, but he finds mid-on this occasion. 3:07 for 3.
Yeah, hit the field there. Lovely shot, but look at this. Look how he opens the blade. He knows exactly where extra cover is, and he hit the ball at him a couple of times. He was going to make the same mistake again. Highly skilled, highly controlled batting. Just that bottom hand opens the face to get it past extra cover to his left. Beautiful batting. An experienced 12th man. Well, not a 12th man duties, but England's Test captain running a drink out. Ben Stokes was doing laps of the ground today, just a walk. And we understand he's had a bit of a bowl. And a fairly lengthy bat yesterday, so that is encouraging for England.
Yeah, he called for a drink, but also a pair of fresh gloves. That can be one of the challenges for a batter in this kind of heat, keeping your gloves dry. So the 12th man brought out drinks, but failed to bring out a new pair of gloves. And finally, they've arrived.
I think he's brought the wrong ones, judging by the way Joe's looking at those.
2 right-handed gloves.
That's happened before. Gone are the days of the inner gloves. Little chamois gloves inside the batting glove, which sort of save the main part of the glove. They get given so many pairs, they just change them.
Eight.
Yes.
A little bit of purchase. There's not much rough for Abrar to work with outside the right-handers off stump. The pitch is so hard, it's like concrete. And the bowlers are really having very little impact on the surface as they run through the crease. But he found a little bit of turn and bounce on that occasion.
Yeah, oh yeah.
99.
Oh yeah.
312 for 3. It's a warm afternoon in Multan. There's just a gentle breeze blowing, as you can see from the flag, which is not exactly limp, but not full stretch either. There's a smattering of England fans in who'll be able to say in years to come that they were there when Joe Root broke Alistair Cook's record to become England's leading Test match run scorer, and Root is 1 run away now from another 100. Harry Brook has settled immediately and has looked in good form, 45 from 43. Eyes on Root now, and England 312 for 3. They're still a way behind, 244 runs behind, but they don't look troubled at the moment, and you wouldn't say that Pakistan's first innings total looks out of sight. Shaheen Shah Afridi has put in a shift, and now Naseem Shah will take his place.
Well, he's been off the field for 8 balls of the game so far, Joe Root. Having to bat 3, obviously, with that injury to Ben Duckett yesterday. He did quite a lot of chasing in the outfield as well in the first couple of days. Now he's batted for 166 deliveries for his 99. Little bit of cramp. Challenges you physically and mentally, these conditions.
But not technically. If there's one place you want to bat as a top order batter, it's Pakistan.
What, against Wasim and Waqar with the old ball?
Well, that was a challenge.
You hit at the top of the order against the new ball.
Yeah, that was a challenge, but I don't think there are flatter pitches anywhere in the world than here.
I think the challenge in all of this for Shan would be his 3 quicker bowlers, because of the fact that Abrar has bowled now, what, 20 odd overs, 107 runs without a wicket. So the go-to frontline spinner hasn't performed as Shan would have hoped. So he also now has to take care of his quicker bowlers, bowl them in shorter spells. Salman Ali Agha in Bangladesh came to the post show where someone referred to him as a part-time bowler. He was very quick to correct us. It's like, if I bowl 40 overs in a test match, I'm not a part-time bowler anymore. So I'm sure Shan will have him bowl at some point. He's only bowled the 5 so far. Brook now on 49.
Man with cramp at the non-striker's end gave a very loud and clear call of no. It's a fruitful combination, Harry Brook, in Pakistan. 300s in the series 2 years ago. He likes batting here. He likes these low bounce pitches, and he has 50 once again.
Yeah, definitely seems to enjoy Pakistan and its batting tracks. 50 not out, followed up with the player of the series as well from 2 years ago. Just in the 49 deliveries. He's got 500s along with that, 10 half centuries. Has been fantastic in all formats.
Yeah, it's a strong start to his Test career, that, isn't it? Just 19 matches, barely a couple of years or so into his Test match career, albeit already well over 1,000 runs at an outstanding average. And in Pakistan, as we say, likes these low bounce pitches. Well, who wouldn't? But he's certainly taking advantage of them.
Well, the celebrations you will see for any personal milestones from Harry Brook will be understated. Much like his Yorkshire and England teammate Joe Root, just loves batting. So a minor milestone for Harry Brook. Another major milestone approaches for Joe Root in due course, who's at the non-striker's end on 99. We were talking about Joe Root, weren't we, Michael, at lunch, and the fact he's gone past Sir Alistair Cook. One of his great traits is his love of batting, his desire to get better and keep going. And if Harry Brook, his young teammate, can have that same desire, who knows?
Well, yeah, he's built from similar stuff, isn't he? He's a slightly different player, a bit more expansive, happy to take a greater number of risks. Extraordinarily talented, with hunger for runs, which all top-class batters have. Root's golden run in this calendar year continues. A record tumble to him in the morning session here in Multan. He now has a first Test match 100 in Pakistan in the afternoon session.
And his 35th in Test match cricket. He's too tired to celebrate. That's about as much as you're going to get. But another wonderful knock, and one of the best compliments I can pay him today is not only that remarkable run you're talking about, Ath, there's been an inevitability about it.
Absolutely, yeah. You're right, an inevitability about the record this morning. He needed only 39 at the start of play, an inevitability about the 100 this afternoon. It just doesn't look like getting out. He's not the type of batter to get himself out. Of course, he has done, all batters do, but he's not generally somebody who will give it away.
I just pick up on stump mic. The message from Mohammad Rizwan to Abrar is to keep it way outside leg stump. And absolutely incredible. Fantastic feat. Another one to his illustrious career.
Now Root, I've seen him do this before and not successfully. He's batting left-handed there against Abrar. He did that once in New Zealand and got out almost immediately.
You said he wasn't going to give his wicket away and do something stupid, and then he bats left-handed.
Well, he's exceptionally talented. Maybe better right-handed. Yep. Like Root is going to stand left-handed and then shrewdly changes his mind. David Warner, who we've seen on social media, looked brilliant right-handed from time to time in the nets. 321 for 3.
So 3500s now for Joe Root. Went past Sir Alistair Cook earlier today in terms of the amount of runs scored by an Englishman in Test match cricket. And he is still going. Whether or not he will continue to bat left-handed at times, time will tell. Very elegant right-handed batsman, not so much left-handed, but one elegant left-handed batsman is alongside me now, David Gow.
How very kind. Yeah, another spectacular day for Root, for Joe Root. And breaking news, big day for the Roots. Billy's getting married today. Brother Billy, due to get married. So celebrations all round.
Master and the apprentice at the crease. Joe Root, been there, done it. For a dozen years, you feel the same about Harry Brook for years to come. This latest 100 from Root moves him up to number 6 in the all-time hundreds list. Just Dravid, Sangakkara, Ponting, Kallis and Tendulkar. So the same names obviously feature. Sangakkara, he went past as far as runs are concerned in the summer. But 35 hundreds think the likes of Jaya Wardner, Gavaskar, someone else, Lara, and Eunice Khan as well, all got 34 Test match hundreds.
Yeah, they're all men who valued run making. Might sound sort of simple, but it's the ability to tackle each day in the same sort of fashion, the ability to keep one's ambitions high, the ability to keep standards high,